Hi my dear students, welcome back to Raghav Math e-learning. In today's video, I am going to explain about mathematical reasoning. This is very important for JEE mains. Every year in JEE mains, they are asking one question from this topic. If you watch this video till end, definitely I can give you 100% guarantee that you can answer the question. I don't want to discuss all the things from mathematical reasoning. Just I am going to discuss only the concepts which are required to face the question in JEE mains. The first concept is compound statement. What is a compound statement? So, you all know about that. That is, the statements formed by combining two or more statements are called compound statements. So, to combine statements, what we use? Connectivities. What are those? And, or, if, then, if and only if. So, here, and it is like intersection. This is the symbol for that. Or this is the symbol like union. If then implies if and only if. So biconditional. That is if and only if statement. Okay. If and only if symbol, right? Now suppose here you see that. Suppose 2 is a prime number. That is one statement. 2 is even number. That is one statement. So by clubbing those two, you can form a new statement, that is 2 is prime and even. So this is the compound statement. So the compound statements like P and Q, P or Q, and P then Q, or P if and only if Q. Now we discuss the most important concept, that is truth tables of the compound statements. So, if you use the connective and, that is called conjunction. If you use the connective or, that is called disjunction. First, I am going to discuss the truth table of P and Q conjunction. Okay. So, here coming to this P, Q, P and Q. Okay. Suppose I am taking P and Q. When it is true, when it is false, we are going to discuss. That is called truth table of conjunction. Okay. See here, in general, when we use and, I mean, suppose 2 is prime, 2 is prime, 2 is even, then we can write that as 2 is prime and even. So 2 is prime and even. So in general, when we use and, I mean in general in English language, when we use and, so if both are true, then we use and. Is it right? So just you remember that only. Both P and Q are true, then only this gives the correct meaning. Is it right? So then only that is true. Only you remember that. That is, both are true, then it is correct. Is it? So both are true, then that is true. Otherwise, false. So you remember that. For conjunction, you remember this line. What is that? Both P and Q are true. Then P and Q is what? True. In the remaining cases, it is what? False. So T and F, so false. F and T, false. F and F, it is false. When this is true, if both are true, then only that is true. Is it? Coming to disjunction. So here it is P R Q. P is P R Q. Okay. So here you see that truth table of this. So when we use R, either P or Q, is it? So any one of them is correct, then that is correct. Is it? Any one of them is true, you can use R. Is it? So both true. Yes, it is true, no doubt in that. See, P is true. True or false? Yes, any one of them is true, that is true only. So T or F is T. What about F or T? Yes, any one of them is true, that is true, so true. F or F, both false, so that is what? False. So you remember this line. So for disjunction, any one of them is true, that is true. Both false, that is false. So this is the truth table for disjunction. Make a note. Moving to next, implication. It is if then. So when we use the connective if then, those are called implications. So the symbol for this is P then Q. Okay, just we use the arrow symbol, right? Now I am going to discuss about the truth table of the implication. Okay, suppose I am going to take one implication, that is, if you work hard, then you will get success. Is it? So if you work hard, then you will get success. Suppose I am taking that this is P, okay, and you will get success. It is what? It is Q. Okay, see now this statement saying that if you work hard, then you will get success. So if you work hard, then you will get success. Is it? Suppose P happens, means P is true. Okay, Q, suppose Q also true. Again you go through the statement. If you work hard, then you will get success. So P is true, then this should happen. It is necessary. Is it right? So if it happens, then it is necessary. That's what this statement gives the meaning. Is it? So is it correct or not? Yes, it is true. It is true. That is correct. Is it? So T is what? T. Don't confuse. Suppose P happens, Q does not happen. Q does not happen means what? It is false. So he works hard, but he doesn't get success. So this statement saying what? You work hard, then you get success. But here he works hard, but he doesn't get success. So this statement gives the meaning, if this happens, then necessarily it happens. But here, not happened. So is the compound statement true or false? It is false. So TF is what? F. Okay. Suppose false. P is false. Means, so he doesn't do any work. Okay. Then what will happen? Actually here they are not discussing that. You don't confuse. What they have given, if you work hard, then what should happen they give. But what we have taken, if you don't do any work or if you don't work hard, then what happens? Who knows? They didn't give any information about that. Is it right? So they have given, if you work hard, then only you get success. But here I have taken it is false. So you don't work hard, then what happens? Who knows? You may get success or you may not get success. Is it? So there is a possibility for you may get success, or at the same time there is a possibility you may fail. Is it? So is it possible or not? Yes, these two are possible. So that is the reason here we are taking T and T. So my dear students, coming to this, you remember TF is what? F. Remaining all the cases, it is what? it is true. The next one is biconditional. Biconditional is if and only if. So this is denoted by this symbol, double-sided arrows, is it? See here, in chemistry, you went through this type of symbols, I mean reversible, is it right? So here P implied by implies Q. So P implied by implies Q means this is equivalent to P to Q as well as and Q to P, is it? Why? Because both side arrows are there. So you can treat this as P then Q and Q then P, is it? See now, suppose I am taking P, Q, okay, P then Q and Q then P. Now you take intersection part for these two, that is P then Q and Q then P. Okay, what happens? You see now. Suppose I am taking TT, TF, FT, I am taking all the cases FF. Okay, see TT, it is implication. So for implication, already what we remember, TF is what? F. Remaining all the cases, that is what? True only, is it? So here we have TT, TT, so T, TF, yes, F, FT, T, remaining all cases, it is T, right? Coming to Q then P, don't confuse. First what? Q. Next what? P. So first go with Q, next P. See, T, T, yes, T, F, T, 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 F, you know that TF in implication what? False. F, F, what? T, that's all. Now you take intersection to these two. See, now it is AND, is it right? Okay. When AND is true, you know that is conjunction. When AND is true, if both are true, then that is true, is it? So here you see that this and this both are true. Yes, it is true. See, one is false, so false. One is false, so false. Both are true, so what? It is true. Okay. This is equivalent to what? P implied by implies Q. So the truth table for biconditional P implied by implies Q is what? TT is what? T. FF is also what? T. Remaining cases it is what? False. So you remember that for biconditional both are true, that is true. Both are false, that is true. Remaining cases, that is what? False. Just you remember that. The next useful concept is negation of a statement. So negation, this is the symbol for negation. So you know that negation means reverse to that, is it right? So here you see that. Suppose the first statement, 2 is prime. So negation of this statement. So negation of this statement is what? Can you guess? S, correct. 2 is not prime, is it? Suppose here 2 is even. What is its negation? 2 is not even, is it? Suppose the compound statement is 2 is prime and even. What is its negation? Some students they write 2 is not prime and not even. It is wrong. This is wrong. Must be very careful. Negation is like complement in set theory. Okay. See now here. In set theory we have De Morgan laws. Those are A union B whole complement is equal to A complement intersection B complement. A intersection B whole complement is equal to A complement union B complement. Is it? See here, negation is like complement only. So, negation of P and Q is equivalent to negation of P and Q is equivalent to, you treat this as A intersection B whole complement. What is A intersection B whole complement? A complement union B complement. So here P complement, that is negation P and become what? And become R. R become and, is it? So and become R negation Q, is it? So negation of P and Q is what? Negation P or negation Q, don't confuse. Suppose if it is negation of P or Q, you compare this with union, A union B whole complement. What is A union B whole complement? A complement intersection B complement. So what? It is negation P R become and negation Q. Is it? Now coming to this, you observe that here we have and is, you know, that is intersection, right? So you have to take negation to this. Then what is the formula related to this? That is negation of P and Q. Is it? What is negation of P and Q? Negation P and become what? R. That is very important. Negation Q, right? So you give the correct answer. Negation P. 2 is not prime. 2 is not prime and become what? R. Not even. So this is negation to the third one. So my dear students, you must be very careful while answering the problem related to negation of a compound statement. Okay. So here negation of P and Q is like A intersection B whole complement. Intersection become union, is it? So here and become R. R become and. Must be very careful. See, suppose I am taking the implication. So what is that implication? P then Q. Meaning what? If P then Q. The actual meaning of this conditional statement is what? If P happens, then Q happens. So negation. So reverse to this you should tell, right? So P happens, but Q does not happen, is it? So P happens, but Q does not happen. So negation Q. So don't confuse. Negation of implication. Negation of implication is what? P happens and Q does not happen. So negation of P then Q is equivalent to P and negation Q. Okay. Coming to biconditional. So here P implied by implies Q. P biconditional Q, is it? See, we know that it is equivalent to P then Q and Q then P, is it? Now you should take negation to this, is it? So negation of P implied by implies Q is equivalent to negation of P then Q and Q then P, is it? Now you see that once you observe it, it is like negation of P and Q. Negation of P and Q. Negation of P and Q. What is it? De Morgan law. Negation P. So negation this P then Q and become R. Negation this, that is Q then P. Is it? So now you tell. It is implication, if condition. What is negation for if condition? Just now we discussed what? P and negation Q. So here you can take that. It is P and negation Q are coming to this. Negation to this what? Q and negation P. So negation of a biconditional statement is this. Okay. Suppose the statement is something, if you work hard, then you will get success. If you work hard, then you will get success. What is negation of that statement? That is, you work hard and you won't get success. That is the negation to that if condition. So must be very careful. If the statement is like this, if P then Q, then its negation is P and negation Q. So if P then Q means if P happens, then Q happens. So negative sense. P happens, but Q does not happen. So P happens, but Q does not happen. That is negation to implication. Okay. So if a number is even, then it is divisible by 2. If a number is even, then it is divisible by 2. So in place of P, what we have? Number is even. In place of Q, what we have? It is divisible by 2. Okay. Negation to that. So a number is even and it is not divisible by 2. That is the negation for that. So when you write negation for implication, again you don't write if condition, that is wrong. So simply you take P and negation Q. Coming to JEE exam, they are asking question based on 4 concepts. That may be on negation, already we discussed. And the second one is equivalent. So when 2 expressions or when 2 statements are equivalent, if they have same truth values, then those are equivalent statements. Remember that. The next one is tautology. So for one compound statement, every time that is true, in every case that is true, then that is called tautology. The next one is contradiction. So a compound statement, every time it is giving false. For all the cases that is false, then that is called contradiction or fallacy. You remember these 4. Based on these 4, every year framing a simple question. Already what basics I have given, these are all enough to face the questions in mains exam. Hope you all understood this concept. Subscribe to my channel and click the bell icon to get the latest notifications. Thank you.